Hey y'all, it's Jonathan Berner here, and this is the official interview that I'm going to have with my mother about what it was like for her when I came out of the closet. And if you get a chance, check out my coming out to my father. That's also on the YouTube videos. And here we go. This is my mom. Hi.
Hi.
And I think she's a little bit apprehensive about this interview, which she should be. And what I'd like to start out with is, oh, my phone's ringing. They should know better. All right, take me back to when you first heard that I was gay.
You mean the night that Dad came in to me after you had...
If that's the first
Told
time that
him?
you heard that I was gay, then yeah.
Yes, I had absolutely no idea, no clue. I was floored. You had always had girls around, girlfriend after girlfriend, and I just never dreamed. However, I will say that after thinking about it, your freshman year, which this was, I believe, or maybe sophomore year, which year was it that you came out?
I
Was it
think it was the after my freshman year of college.
after your freshman year?
Yeah.
I know, I remember thinking that you never, when we came in for Parents' Weekend or whatever it was that we came in for each year, that you never had dates. That it was always, and I didn't, I thought, well, maybe he just wants to be able to spend as much time with us and not worry about, being nice to a date. So I really didn't think that much about it, but I do remember noticing that. But when Dad came into the bedroom and he said, he was visibly upset. He went to the medicine cabinet. I don't know what he got, but anyway, I said, "What's wrong, sweetheart?" And he said,
Wait,
told
what
me.
was he doing at the medicine cabinet?
I think he got a Valium, to be honest, which was so unusual for him to do. And anyway, I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Give me a few minutes. Let this take effect." And I'm thinking, oh my gosh,
Big news.
I said no idea. Anyway, he
But just
proceeded-
for people that haven't seen the interview with Dad, what was going on at the time?
well, we had actually just buried your dad's father, and
Was it that day?
yes, it was the night after the funeral. And
So it was very
My parents
thoughtful
were
on my
visiting.
it was very thoughtful on my part to do it at the correct.
well, let's put it this way: it was not anything that we were very happy to hear about. Especially at this, very stressful time. Dealing with a death of a loved one. So anyway, my parents were here, and I was just in total shock.
Your parents were there?
Yes, that
I
Mimi
forgot
and
about
JoJo
that.
had been visiting, and actually, when we got word that Papa Berner had died, so they stayed on, and that kind of made it rough because I didn't feel like I was ready to share with anybody what we now knew, and so I felt like I had to fake it and not show any further stress. Actually, I'm sure they noticed something, but they just thought it was the stress of losing your grandfather. So, anyway, I guess it was just such a shock because, like I said, I never dreamed that was a possibility. And I really knew so little about the gay community. I mean, I was just totally ignorant, which is, sad, but I just had never run across. Actually, my association was with gay people was, I guess the only one I could think of was this man who sold us window treatments for our home, and he was a little bit, more to the feminine side, and
You don't have to be politically correct.
I don't. Well,
No.
Anyway,
He was femi?
Femi.
He acted like a girl? Like a femi girl?
No, but he was just super sensitive, and I remember when he came to deliver the window treatments one day, he was just in an absolutely horrific frame of mind, and he really, I had,
It's boyfriend problems. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it has to
he
be.
had a fight, we found out, with his
His
partner, I guess,
yeah.
at the time.
Men suck.
So, anyway, that was my experience with, other than a couple of hairdressers that were obviously gay, because they were feminine. So,
So I didn't really mark what you thought was the typical homosexual.
right, absolutely not. So, I know that Dad and I talked a lot about it that night, and I cried a lot.
Why did you cry?
I guess because it was a shock, and being ignorant, I didn't know that gays had partners and, got married and had children. I mean, I didn't think that any of that would be possible. But I've since, thank goodness, found out how wrong I was. So I just needed to dig in and get as much information as I could. That's how I am anyway about anything that, is so new to me and means so much to me. So I started really looking into the gay lifestyle and such, and I was wondering, how could it possibly be, and you were nice or sweet enough to say to us, and I'll never forget this, I'll do whatever I can to make it more comfortable for you. If you want me to see somebody, like a psychiatrist or whatever, I'll do it. And so I found out from our cousin, who is a MD, well, not an MD. She has her MD, but it's psychology. So I called her, and
So you sent me to a psychologist.
she told me about a psychiatrist that dealt with gay issues, and I made us an appointment, and we made the appointment was that you would see him and he would talk to you, then we would see him without you, and then all three of us would get together with him and he would talk to us. And I'll never forget, he said to us when we all met together, the three of us with him, he said, "You are very fortunate to have such a well-adjusted young man